Good afternoon, viewers. It is me, cardiologist. We are back today. Today, we're going to talk about Mercedes diesel Black Death. You'll probably see other videos on Black Death. I have an early case of Black Death. Let's talk about what it is. Let's talk about how we're going to get it fixed. As you know, this is my 2006 E320 CDI with the OM648 diesel engine. It has 280,000 miles. It is a 6-cylinder diesel. I have taken off the cover for the engine, and I've taken off the sound deadening foam, and this has exposed 6 diesel injectors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These injectors are sealed by copper washers, which are crushed. Over time, the seal tends to break down. When that happens, you get gases, exhaust gases that blow by, and they bring with them hydrocarbon fumes, and you get this crud of blackness right here, which when it builds up sufficiently is referred to colloquially as the Black Death. Number 1, not so bad. Number 2, early Black Death. Number 3, early Black Death. Number 4, a tiny bit weepy. Number 5 and number 6, dry. Let's talk about what we're going to do to make this thing happen. There are some tools that we're going to need. First of all, I've got some carburetor cleaner. Get the cheap stuff. I have a T40 on a socket wrench. I have a 14mm standard wrench. I went ahead and purchased this IPA Professional Diesel Injector Seat Cleaning Kit. I recommend going ahead and watching my colleague's video, Legit Street Cars. He even gets you potentially a discount if you buy this. It's nice. You know, this is a very expensive job. Spending $100 on a kit like this is well worth it. I also went ahead and bought the appropriate slide hammer in case these things get stuck. This is the slide hammer kit. This will hopefully extract any stuck injectors. And now what we're going to do is make a little scrubbing kit. This is a dowel, 1/2 inch. I just cut a piece off. I'm going to take some 3M Scotch-Brite, just sort of cut out a circle, and then I'm going to RTV it right onto the end here, and that'll be a scrubbing tool, so I can just kind of go like that and clean off the seat. The first thing that I did was I heated this engine up, and I just poured on and sprayed on that carb cleaner to try to dissolve what we have. Luckily, this is early Black Death. I'm kind of hoping that that is going to allow me to do this without too much trouble. I purchased from FCP Euro, not a sponsor, but not against it, a kit that consists of 6 new bolts. These are stretch to yield bolts. Some special Febby ceramic grease that goes around the injectors, and 6 new Mercedes diesel copper crush washers. Alright everybody, let's get this party started. This is how it's going to go. We have a retaining clip here on the injector. This retaining clip has to come out. Then you make sure you don't do something stupid like drop it in the engine. You would think it would be easy for these to pop off at this point. You would be wrong. These have been on an extremely long time, and the only way they're coming off is with persuasion. We're going to need some kind of small blade in there. We're going to just have to pry them out. Take a pliers, try to twist it a little bit. Twist, yes, but it doesn't come out. Hopefully I can get enough space in there to get this blade under here. May need a finer one. Wow. So this is going to be a battle. Alright, well that guy definitely did not want to come. It's been on there forever. There is an O-ring in there, and that O-ring has to be replaced. Next thing we're going to do is very carefully take off this electrical connector. Now this electrical connector is going to be crispy, and I really don't want to break it. So I'm going to take my time on this. There. Just get it unnotched, and there, that one comes out. Okay, great. Now, there's going to be a Torx bolt, which is right here. I'll move the camera to show you. And then we have some lines that have to come out. A 14 and a 14 wrench are going to take these lines out. Let's take out this line now. Alright, I'm going to loosen it at the common rail, right there. Not take it off completely, just loosen it. And then I'm going to loosen it here as well. Now this one's harder, and what I think you want to do is come in with a 13, and you want to hold the injector so that you don't break anything. There it goes. Okay, good. So now I'm going to take it completely off from the injector, and then I think I'll get a plastic bag to cover it so that absolutely nothing can get in there. Alright, unscrew this, just go like that, and nothing's going to get in there. Okay, that goes like this. That's fine, just get that out of the way. And then I think I'll put a little bit on here. Just some painter's tape so that nothing can get into that injector nozzle. Good. Alright, this is a T40. Get that in there and hope for the best. Oh boy, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good at all. I think that feels like it's going to split. Alright, a little penetrating oil in there, and looks like it came. Alright, so you can see that I got that out. You can see some of the black crap here. And again, number one, this one's not the bad one. It's the next ones, but this will kind of be for practice. So I'm grabbing it, and it's not initially moving. It doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm not going to play games. I already have the slide hammer, and I'm going to use it. Alright. So I set up the slide hammer. This thing goes right underneath, like this. Alright. And hey, it works. Holy cow, folks, look at that. That's Uno Injector. And that is nasty. And I am extremely pleased. Let's take out a few more injectors while the engine's still hot. I think that one of the very hardest things to do is to take this drain line out. It's brutal. It is so stuck on there. If I can devise any kind of method for this, I will let you know. But right now I'm just battling. Alright, this one came off with a tremendous battle. This one was not bad. Let me take off the other ones. But I take a small vice grip. I come like this. I kind of wiggle it. Then I take a flathead screwdriver and I just come in here and try to pry it while simultaneously wiggling it. And then you have to pull hard enough, but not so hard that you break anything. And also, if you use one of these tools, this has helped sometimes. I don't know what the name of this thing is. It's like an upholstery puller, but it's made of metal. Oh yeah, that works. That works good. Oh yeah, that's the tool. Look at that. We just got that one out. Okay, I think I may have a method. I may have a method. Clip it with a vice grip. Pull up just enough to get this sucker in there. Ugh. Yeah, and out it comes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a method. Alright, same story now with the electrical connectors. They are crispy. They are fragile. They've been here a long time. They've been subject to a huge amount of heat. Don't screw them up. All right, all the connectors are out. Let's take some screws out. Engine's still warm. Wrong stuff. I want a little penetrating oil. That was good stuff. That's carb cleaner. We're going to use that in another step to clean things. But right now I'm trying to get these off. So we're going to use some penetrating oil. There are many opportunities during this procedure to completely mess up this job. And one of them would be shearing off a bolt. We don't want that. Alright, let's loosen some lines here. With a number 14, I just loosen it at the common rail, but don't take it off. Loosen all of these at the common rail with a number 14. Just enough so that we can turn them. I don't want them off because I don't want any garbage getting in there. At this point, replacing one injector would be like half the value of this car, so really don't wish to do that. Okay, so that's just loose so that I can twist them. Coming back to number 2, counter hold with a 13 while we loosen with a 14. These are tight. There you go. Alright, there you go. And then with each one that I take off, I'm going to put it in a bag, like that. Put it up here, put a little bag on it, tape it, and so on. Alright, all these are out, all these are covered, and now it's time to get out the screws. All this time the penetrating oil has been penetrating. And now with a T40, making sure you really get it in there, you have to just hope that these things come out without shearing. Try not to be too rough on them. Looks like number 2 is going to come out. That's nice. Alright, let that sit there. Let's see if number 3 is going to cooperate. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Well, I think those are my worst ones. So the fact that these are cooperating is a good sign. Number 4. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so far we got 4 without any splits. I think the penetrating oil is a good idea. There's no way it could hurt. It can only help. Okay, number 5 is loose. Being reasonably spry is important in this field. Yeah, there comes number 6. Okay, number 6 was just all about the angles. Man alive. And that lovely smell of diesel fuel in the morning. Yeah, that really gets you good. I once went to a gas station. I was filling up with diesel. And you know how the diesel pumps are usually, the nozzles are usually green, right? So every once in a while you get to a gas station where the nozzle is not green, it's black. So like the last thing I want to do is misfuel the car. So I'm 90% sure I've got the right one. And I just take the nozzle and I'm looking, nobody seems to be looking, I just sort of smell it to make sure that it smells like diesel fumes. Some dude standing across the gas station. He was such a wise guy. He's like, "Yeah, dude, great, sniff it, get all the fumes, that's good." So he thought I was completely insane. He thought that I was like getting high off of diesel fumes, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't misfuel the car. So whenever you do a job, you always find something that's not right. All the bolts came out, and this bolt came out too. It's no longer threaded, okay? But because of the angle of this, this bolt is catching right on the wall of the injector. And of course the injector is jammed in there, it can't rotate. So the bolt can't come out. Now, maybe with a screwdriver I can get it out, but in the worst case scenario, I could come with a Dremel tool. I could cut off the head of the bolt and then pull out the rest of it. But I sure don't want to, so let's see if I can get this out with a screwdriver. All right, screwdriver and vice grip. Got it. This one's covered. These threads are gonna have to be cleaned. All right, now let's go get the forks that hold it in, or the base plates, whatever you call them, and then we'll try to pry them out. All right, going for the base plates. Okay, great, they're not going anywhere. This one has some Black Death, so maybe I'll need some carb cleaner there, and a screwdriver. Carb cleaner. Try to dissolve all that crap. Screwdriver. Just try to get that thing loosened. Ah, this is fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. Yes, sir. Alright. When in doubt, do the next one. Alright, its neighbor wants to come. That's good. Here. Wow. Yeah. This is going to be a tough one. This one's kind of caked in there, presumably with Black Death. As I'm hitting this with the carb cleaner, I'm getting big chunks of crap. See this? Look at this. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Just gotta work it out. Alright, carb cleaner, penetrating oil, persistence. That got all those out. Let's see if number 2 is going to come out with our slide hammer. Try to get that slide hammer to fit right under there. Actually, get this out. Okay, try again. Okay, good. Alright, now number 2 is the one that seems to have the most. And number 2 is going to be a turd. I'm going to need my gloves and some carb cleaner and some persistence. Good. Every time I do this, I get a shower of carb cleaner. That's lovely. Yeah, baby. This one is going to be the tough one. I can tell. I think it's moving. Yeah, it's moving. Wow. That's number 2. Alright, a lot of carb cleaner. Let's see if number 3 is going to be any more cooperative. Oh my God. And then the angles suck. Also, this is meant for a right-handed person. Cardiologist is more of a lefty. God. Wow. Maybe this is why you should take these things out before 280,000 miles. Wow, this is a tough one. You know what? That moved. That moved. Hold on, people. Ah, yeah. Well, I need 3 hands. Woo! Okay, it did move, but then it got stuck again. More carb cleaner. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Number 3. Number 4. Oh yeah, that one's a beauty. Okay, that one's a champ. That one cooperates. Okay. Now let's hope that we get some cooperation over here as well. Yes, sir. Cooperation on number 5. Are we going to get cooperation from number 6? The one that looked the driest of them all? The answer is yes, we are. Number 6. Okay. The injectors are out. Woohoo! Alright, this is what it's looking like. Here we are with number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Now remember, we have to go find the copper rings on all of these. Now here's one copper ring that came out. Number 6's copper ring is accounted for. We have to account for all 6 copper rings. Okay, after careful inspection, I have the copper rings for 4 out of 6 of them. Copper ring for number 1, number 4, number 5, number 6. Number 2 and 3 are still at the bottom of the hole and I can see it. What I've done is I've just stuffed paper towel down there for now. And we have to start cleaning. Use carbon choke cleaner. Okay, I have lots of stuff, like big thick chunks. We're going to need screwdriver. We're going to need carbon choke cleaner, various crevice tools, whatever it's going to take. Make this thing shiny. Try not to get the crap down in the holes. Alright, you can see we're making progress. I have cleaned the external surfaces on number 1 and number 2. Number 2 was very bad. And now compare this to number 3. You know, we got big chunks of crud right over here. And then even number 4. So we're going to just go and very meticulously and carefully clean this. Then I'll start pulling out the paper towels and I have a kit to clean inside. Alright, looks like I've got all 6 just about fully clean. Now, I am going to need to clean the holes where the screws go because some crud may have gone down there. And I want to make sure that the threads are good. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so here's what I did. You need 6 screws for the job. I bought 2 packages. I got 12 screws. I did that on purpose because I figured I might, excuse the pun, screw something up. But I'm going to take one of these new screws. I'm going to put a line right down it, a groove right down it with a thin Dremel. This is going to turn this into a thread chaser, and then we'll chase threads after everything's clean. Alright, that's not bad. Take a look at this. Yeah, that's a nice groove. Get your finger right in there. That'll take the crud. Alright, here's what I did. I put carb cleaner down into this hole. Then I used compressed air and one of these red straws, and I got all the junk out as much as I could. Then I ran down that tool that I just made, this guy with the groove, pulled it up, there was crud, wiped it off, went back down, wiped it off, made sure that the threads are as clean as they can be. Now it's time to clean the bore. I have a tool that we're going to use for that. Alright, this is a tool from my IPA brush kit, and we're going to go down, put this down here and just spin it and try to clean some of this junk out.